This is a computer from 1945. It filled an entire room with wires, panels, heat, and a lot of noise. It could perform about 5,000 calculations per second, which at the time was groundbreaking. Now compare that to your phone today. It fits in your pocket, silent, effortless, and always connected. It can perform trillions of operations per second. Computers have become millions, closer to billions of times more powerful in less than 100 years. Technology is improving at an exponential rate, and it's not just personal computing. The same is happening in AI, medicine, automation, and beyond. The point is this: if technology is evolving faster and faster, what can we expect by the year 2100? One thing is certain: our lives are going to be completely different. This is a timeline of our future, from today to 2100, based on science, trends, and educated predictions. Right now, AI is a tool helping with research, automating tasks, and assisting in businesses. But by 2030, AI assistants will be personalized to you. Imagine having an AI assistant that improves your life and makes a series of tasks easier, like planning your entire day based on your habits, optimizing your workouts for peak performance, or even being a friendly companion that you can play games with or watch a movie. By 2030, AI assistants will be as common as phones are now. Today, we have voice assistants like Siri and Alexa, but they're limited and clunky. They follow simple commands and often get things wrong. Future AI will understand context, anticipate your needs, and seamlessly integrate into your life. Meanwhile, brain-computer interfaces like Elon Musk's Neuralink will hit the market, helping people interact with technology in entirely new ways. These devices create a direct link between the human brain and computers, allowing for seamless communication between thought and machine. If you don't believe this is possible, it actually already happened. In January 2024, Neuralink conducted a human trial by implanting a device into a quadriplegic patient, enabling him to control a computer cursor with his thoughts. Over time, these interfaces might be able to enhance memory, communication, and even allow people to interact without talking or typing. By the mid-2030s, humanity takes its first steps toward becoming a multi-planetary species. The first human mission to Mars lands successfully, setting the stage for future colonization. Early crewed missions will build small, resource-efficient bases that harness local materials, such as frozen water and mineral-rich regolith, to produce fuel, oxygen, and construction supplies. These missions will heavily depend on resources from Earth, but the long-term goal is to become self-sustaining as technology advances. Back on Earth, self-driving cars start taking over, and by the 2040s, pretty much all vehicles could be self-driving. These vehicles use a combination of AI, sensors, and real-time data to navigate roads, detect obstacles, and make split-second driving decisions. They communicate with each other to avoid accidents and optimize traffic flow, leading to safer and more efficient transportation. History shows how fast this can happen. Back in the early 20th century, horse-drawn carriages were everywhere, while cars were just a fancy toy for rich people. It took less than 20 years for cities to go from stables to gas stations, and horses got left behind. The same will happen with self-driving cars. It's already being tested by companies like Tesla and Waymo. Imagine stepping outside in 2045. You summon a self-driving car with a quick voice command, and within seconds, a sleek, autonomous vehicle glides up to your doorstep. You don't even need a personal vehicle anymore. It recognizes you, adjusts the climate and seating to your preference, and smoothly merges onto the road. Traffic is perfectly synchronized. No honking, no traffic jams, just a seamless ride. In the mid-2040s, the first big breakthroughs happen in quantum computing. Although it's super expensive and not ready for commercial use, the impact is massive. Complex problems that would take supercomputers thousands of years can now be solved in minutes. This is because, unlike traditional computers that process information as ones and zeros, quantum computers use qubits that can be 1 and 0 at the same time, allowing them to perform calculations exponentially faster. Scientists will use the first quantum computers to simulate and design new materials at the atomic level, leading to breakthroughs in everything from superconductors to ultra-efficient batteries. Drug discovery is revolutionized, leading to cures for diseases once thought untreatable. These breakthroughs in quantum computing finally lead to the first working prototype of fusion power. Despite the old joke that fusion is always 40 years away, quantum simulations allow researchers to optimize plasma containment and magnetic field stability, solving one of the biggest roadblocks in fusion energy. This breakthrough marks the beginning of limitless clean energy. By the late 2050s, advanced CRISPR techniques and synthetic organs significantly extend human lifespans, with some experts suggesting the first humans to live beyond 150 have already been born. If you wonder what CRISPR even is, think of it like a tiny pair of scissors for DNA. It lets scientists cut out bad parts of genes and replace them with better ones, kind of like fixing a typo in a sentence, but for living things. In the future, these genetic therapies will eliminate hereditary diseases and overall improve our standard of living. By the 2060s, robotics has reshaped industries. Full automation takes over all transportation, with self-driving trucks, cargo ships, and aircraft running entire logistics networks. Construction, mining, and manufacturing replace humans with robotics, and autonomous machines handle large-scale projects with precision and speed. Human workers still exist, but their roles shift towards supervision and problem-solving rather than manual labor. As Earth's industries change, space infrastructure reaches a turning point. In the early 2070s, the first fully functional moon base is completed. Unlike early outposts, this settlement is designed for long-term habitation, using lunar regolith to 3D print structures, extract water ice for fuel, and generate oxygen for crews. Scientists and engineers work on-site, refining resource extraction and testing technology for deeper space missions. With a steady flow of resources from the moon, spacecraft can now be built and launched entirely from space, avoiding Earth's heavy gravity and high launch costs. This marks the beginning of a space-based economy, where mining and manufacturing shift beyond our planet. By the 2080s, the first large-scale asteroid mining operations begin. Autonomous spacecraft, built and launched entirely in space, are deployed to the asteroid belt to extract valuable materials like platinum, nickel, and rare earth metals, resources that are becoming increasingly scarce on Earth. Unlike Earth-based mining, which is expensive and environmentally destructive, asteroid mining provides a nearly limitless supply of raw materials without harming ecosystems. A single metal-rich asteroid could hold more platinum than has ever been mined on Earth, fundamentally reshaping the global economy. With asteroid mining booming, space infrastructure expands rapidly. New orbital shipyards manufacture spacecraft with materials sourced directly from space, reducing the need for Earth-based launches. The moon becomes a central hub for deep space operations, with lunar resources fueling expeditions into the asteroid belt and beyond. By the late 2090s, humanity prepares for its first interstellar mission. With AI co-pilots, quantum-optimized navigation, and fusion-powered propulsion, autonomous probes are sent toward the nearest, potentially habitable exoplanets. While human interstellar travel is still out of reach, these missions mark the first steps toward expanding beyond our solar system. Back on Earth, AI and robotics have eliminated the need for human labor in most industries. With survival no longer tied to work, society redefines purpose, creativity, and governance. Advancements in synthetic biology allow humans to enhance their cognitive and physical abilities. Most children born from now on will be genetically altered in one way or another. Meanwhile, AI is starting to pass the Turing test consistently. The Turing test, proposed by Alan Turing in 1950, measures a machine's ability to exhibit human-like intelligence. If a human conversing with an AI cannot tell whether it's a machine or a person, the AI is said to have passed. But this raises new questions. Is AI truly thinking, or is it simply sophisticated enough to mimic human thought? The debate over artificial consciousness intensifies as AI assistants become nearly indistinguishable from humans in conversation, reasoning, and even creativity. The future is coming faster than ever. But what do you think? Maybe you see a different future, one shaped by breakthroughs we haven't even imagined yet. Or maybe you think some of these predictions are way too unrealistic. Drop a comment with the predictions you think will come true and the ones you think are way off. Then, come back in 5 or 10 years and see how many you got right. Who knows? You might just predict the future.